It's finally here, the Everquest Next Landmark Alpha. So what does it mean? What are you doing here in an alpha? What is an alpha? Well, an alpha is not a beta. A beta is something that basically almost all the features are done in the game and you're getting together to fine-tune them and stomp bugs. That's pretty much what a beta is. An alpha is very, very different than that. Alpha is about 60% of the total game. There's a lot of features in there that are robust and good, but the whole game isn't there. So one of your roles in alpha is to work with us on all these new features, especially when they're getting rolled into the game, to give us feedback on those, to give us your opinions, and to help us decide what's good and what's bad about the game. In addition, alpha also gives you the advantage to be the first people to work with the building tools. You're going to be the first ones to understand the tools extremely well. You're going to be creating templates for the first time. And when we do open up Player Studio, sometime during beta, you'll be able to put your templates out there and be the first ones that are able to sell templates to other players. Which means if that's something you're interested in, you could be making real cash. So how is it that you make a difference in our alpha test? Well, we have a number of different ways for you to be able to learn about the game, and it's really important that you learn about the game, because if you don't learn about the game, you can't be making great suggestions, and we know you have it in you, so we want to give you that information. The first way to get that info is to go to the FAQ. It's a detailed list of all the different features that we have not yet put into the game. Why is there no water? Why is there no monsters or combat? Those sorts of things. So take a look at those, and that way you know where we're going with the game, and when you make suggestions, you can be guiding us towards our eventual end results, which will help make the game a lot better. In addition, we have a Dev Talk feature. There's this feature, at the beginning it feels like a glorified help, but what you're going to do is while you're playing the game, you can tap F12 and these little bubbles will show up on the screen. Now at the beginning it's just going to give you hints and help tips and stuff like that, but what we intend for it to be is to tell you why we're doing things the way we're doing them and what the feature will end up being eventually when it's completed. A Phase 2 version of this will allow you to actually enter in comments right there while you're playing the game and be able to do the Reddit thread kind of thing of upvoting and downvoting so that we can glean off the best suggestions and stuff that the community likes. For now, we're probably going to send you to links in the forums so that you can participate with us there. Regardless, we really want your feedback on this stuff, and that's why we're going to spend the time to tell you exactly what we're thinking and why. And then of course the third way to get involved with the game is to play it a lot. There's a lot to the game even right now, and I'll tell you about that in a second, and the more you play it, the better your opinions and suggestions will be. So please, have fun, play the game, and then tell us about it. When you first start the game, of course, you're going to create a character. And no, we don't have all of the options in there that we'll eventually have, but right now you can still customize your character quite a bit. In addition, there's plenty of stuff to explore. I want you to understand exactly how big these worlds are. You're going to start at a landmark hub, which has, you know, the teleport spires and the crafting tables and stuff at it. And there's only a couple of biomes in the game right now. We'll have a whole bunch more biomes later on. The islands will get more and more varied and complicated as they go. But even right now, an island is 2 miles on a side by a mile deep. So that's 4 cubic miles of space. There's room for around 500 claims on each of the different isles. And there's 20 isles in every single world. Sorry, I should say 20 isles to start with. Actually, you can go much, much higher than that. What that means is there's room for over 10,000 claims on each different world, so there's plenty of room for you guys to spread out and find new stuff. There's also mining and harvesting. Now, mining and harvesting is cool. You're going to start with an axe and a pick, and then you go out into the world and you start looking for things to destroy. So you're going to chop down trees and harvest bushes and be able to mine ore and be able to gather those different resources. So you're going to take your resources back to the hub and be able to craft at crafting tables, but you don't have to always go to the hub to be able to craft. Because one of the things you can craft is a crafting table, and then you can take that to your claim and be able to craft on your claim. The kinds of things that you're going to craft are other tools, and that lets you mine higher tier stuff as well as faster and more and all those good things. In addition, you can craft props. Props are things like doors and windows and trees and statues and all the different things that you see people put around on their claims. You can craft those props and then bring them back to your claim and put them on there. Of course, there's other things to do besides those things. You're going to need to put down a claim. You'll have a claim flag in your bag. Later on, you'll have to earn that, but for right now, there's a claim flag when you start. So just open up your inventory bag, grab that claim flag, right-click on it, and you should be able to take it from there. And then, of course, the last thing to do is build. All of the building tools that you've seen in videos and stuff up until now are going to be available to you, but some of them you have to earn. So what's going to start is you're going to start out with the add and the delete and the heal tools, and then you're going to have to craft the other tools to allow you to use a selection tool, the line tool, the smoothing tool, etc. And so those things, those are recipes that are already available. Just go to the hub and you can craft them, but you're going to have to do that, gather resources, and then be able to build them. Make sense? So there's a lot you can do in this game. There is a rough progression. We'll be padding out and making that progression for your character better and more detailed later on. But the different tools have their own progression paths, and then we'll be adding achievements and stuff as it goes. You'll see that as you play the game. You're going to be seeing this game grow over time and get all of those features that are described in that FAQ file. So to wrap things up, we just want to say thank you for being here. By buying a Founders Pack, you basically told us that you were incredibly passionate gamers that wanted to see this game be something special. So we're setting up a lot of mechanisms within the game to make sure that we are getting your opinions, that we are hearing what you have to say, and we want to participate with you as we go forward. You need to have fun while you're playing this game during alpha. You need to be able to build really magnificent things and show them off to your friends. But at the same time, this is an endeavor where we both get to work together to build something really amazing. So welcome to alpha.